What we will do today, we'll continue our previous session, is basically we want to have a website, or eventually will be a website like this. We'll type here Uganda towns, and this is going to be our website. By the way, then we'll make a name, ugandatowns.com. I bought that name, and when you put ugandatowns.com, it will take you right to here. We need to buy also a certificate. Again, to implement it the right way, you need to buy a certificate. What is a certificate? What does it mean? A differentiation. Our objective will be that we can have a list of all the towns. Here is main different things. And when I click on the town, it will take me to another web page only about that town. We started last time, if you recall, we did it. We started last time, if you remember. And let's review what we did last time. We made the whole application. By the way, tell me the truth, did you implement it, what we did last time? Was anybody successful?
Yes.
Were you successful to get to the same stage?
Yes. Yes.
Very impressive, really is impressive. You know, it wasn't easy. It was a very quick session, okay? But please, you are like a family. You have to help each other. Make sure that everybody knows how to implement what I did last time, okay?
Okay.
So everyone has to know the material. It's good when you're studying together. It's the right way to do it. Do study together. But make sure that everybody understands. Okay, that is the best way to study. Okay, so let's go. Let's get going. Okay, let's go into what we did. Let me close this one. And get back to this one. We did a whole application, and we call that application Uganda Towns. We connected it to the whole project. And in the view, I'm going to mute everybody. And in the Uganda town, okay, we put the URLs, we started the views, and here we did only two functions. The index, which is the main page, so let's look at that. I click here, takes me to here, here we go. We click on, we should have Uganda towns. We click on it, oh, we get a list, okay? This is our main page. So let's look at that page. Let's minimize this. So we have here, when I click on Entebbe, nicely, it's really opening Entebbe, and it tells me the town clerk. How did we do it? To remind you, we started with the index, okay? When we get to the main page, the first one we're opening, this one. This is the main page of Uganda towns. We can put a lot of stuff. We can put a nice picture on the top, and but the most important part is, how do we make on the left a list of towns? So to do that, we first of all design that we have an index function linked in the URLs. Here we go. This is the first one. It's linked, index linked to the index. When I go to that, it goes right to this one. This one is linked to the template called index. And where do we put all the templates? As we know already, we put it right in the template in the same directory of Uganda towns. And as you remember, it looks like redundant, but we talked about it already. The reason we do that, Django is collecting all of them together. So this is the right way to put it. So if I have templates here and I have templates here, they might get confused. It will collect all of those in here, and it will collect all the stuff in here. And then if I don't put Uganda towns here, it will mix those ones with those ones. So that's why under templates, we always write the same name of the application as we did here. Some things we did here. We write template, Uganda town, it's the same of the application, and under that we put the template. The first template is index. So here we're using Uganda towns, indexes, that's the template, and we're transferring a variable called towns. What is this variable? It is really pulled from the database. How did we do it? We went to the models. In the models, we defined a table like we did in certificate 1. Okay, so we have a table called towns in the database, and we inherit from models as we studied models.model. This is a class, the basic class that Django created. And from here we started. We learned a little bit about those one we already learned in certificate 1. We did some review. We defined town name, clerk full name, address, image, and order. We didn't really use those. We just uploaded them. We're going to use them. Okay, we'll use them today. Okay, we'll get a little bit to play, and I would like you also to play because I want you to learn more component in HTML and how to use them. Okay, so that's what we'll do today. So we have a table in which we have all those columns. Of course, we have also the index, the primary key, and we told the table every time you give me the data, order them. Order them according to the number we put in the order. That's the objective of this section. Order the rows based on this column and order them from the lowest one to the highest one. So if I want Entebbe to be the first, the order I will put 1. So far, so good. We learned about this function, that this one, in fact, is this one is really, if I don't use a name or something, I just use the object, it will automatically show me the town name. I demonstrated last time. Please watch the video. Okay. Today we will also talk about this one, and we will see. We'll talk about this one and see if that's important, do we need it, or how do we get a new page as we did last time. So let's go and look at the index. How did we build the index? The index comes from the view. The view is calling the index template, the index template, but is transferring the whole table called towns. So the variable towns really include all the rows of this table. So I go into the template, and in the template, I use a for loop. This is the loop. For every row, I make a row in the table. So how did I do it? I have a table in HTML. You see the beginning and the end. I have a header part. This is just a header of that I can put the first row. The town here, it really is, if we look at here, this is it. Okay, this goes with this one. Then I make a loop over all the rows that I have in the table. Let me move this one a little bit to the right. Okay, for every town in towns is all the rows. So it goes row by row, and I make a row in the table. How do I make it? Then I add the first column. I have only one column really. But I could have added other columns, by the way. If I wanted to write, you know, if we look at the model, where's the model? Here we go. We have also a town clerk full name. I think I showed it last time. Let me demonstrate it again. I can add another, usually I like to do it this way. Hold a second, so I don't have to. Here we go. I copy it. And then I take town clerk full name. And by the way, let's see who is very creative. Who wants to be creative? Can be very creative. I can put here full town of the town clerk. Now this is what it will tell me, but here we will add another column. We will call it a clerk, town clerk. Okay? The town clerk will have, this will be the title, 2 columns. This will be the title of the first column. This is the second column. And here we have 1 column, the data of the row, and that's the second one. By the way, this is definitely not the link that we want. Okay? This is not the link we want. So we will have to fix it. For now, I will just take it away and put just a hash. Mean, don't do anything. Let's look at the table. Let's refresh. We got 2 columns. You see, town clerk is the title. That those 2 came from the first part right here. Right here. And then for every row, we get 2 columns. Every row. We have 2 columns, 2 rows in the database. 1 for Entebbe, 1 for Kampala. Oh, sorry. And here, when I click here, nothing will happen. I put a hash, so it doesn't do anything. But when I click on this one, it takes me to another page. And that's what we did last time. How did we do it? We made a link here. And this is really unique, very special, and smart way of doing things. Okay? By the way, if you notice, we did it in a very smart way. What does it mean, smart way? It goes to the same place as the other one. What do I mean by that? Let's look at Uganda detailed town. If we go, how do we go to there? We need to go to the URLs. In the URLs, this is exactly detailed towns. So it's navigating us to this function. One more time, if I look at the index, it said go to the application Uganda towns, the URLs of Uganda towns. I go to this file. In that file, I tell him, look for the link called detailed towns. So where is the detailed town? Right in here, the name. This is the important things. It goes to this. Okay, when you got to here, it says, put there the primary key for that town, and it will take you to this function. How do I do that? I put the primary keys right from here. Town, remember, town, every row in this table has an index ID. So I'm transferring the index to this link. And Django magically does it, which is really nice. So you just learn it one time, how to do it, and that's it. And then let Django do the work. So that's why we transfer the primary key of the town row. For that row, for that table, we have a primary key called ID, and I'm transferring for that specific row. Okay? And then it will create the right link. How do I know what is the right link? Let's look at it. See what Django have done really, which is really nice. If I do right click here and look at inspect, something you should really learn, you can see how Django have written those 2 rows. This is a row, first row, a second row, one for each town. Okay, and please see how it translated. You see what it says here? Uganda towns number 1. It really goes exactly to what is expecting to get the page for the town's clerks. So if I go here, in fact, this one generating this type of a link. This type of, by the way, let's try to do that, by the way. See, it's showing me, let's going to open in a new tab. If you look at the new tab, when I go to here, it's really giving me to Entebbe. If I change that one to 2, you'll see I will get Kampala. That's the beautiful, okay? So Django is really smart enough to do it automatically for me, okay? For the second town, Kampala, I will go into here. See, he put the number 2 automatically for me. He took the index, and that's the link to Kampala town. That's what we did last time. Question, guys. We did it up. I closed that by mistake. Question, guys. Everything's clear? That's what we did last time.
I have a question.
You. Go ahead.
I was like, everything is clear.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. This is not easy stuff, by the way. If
Dr.
you're,
Amos, there's a question from Daniel.
I can't hear you, sweetie.
There is a question from Daniel.
Question?
Yes, from Daniel.
Go ahead, Janet. What the question? You put it in the chat?
I was asking about that.
Okay, I will increase the volume. Okay, don't ask me how to do that. Hold a second. Bear with me. I don't think I have any control on the microphone. It's funny, I'm a computer guy, but I don't really deal with those stuff. Can you hear me better now, Michael? Daniel?
Yes, I can hear you.
Better? Good, good. Wonderful. So that's what we did last time. We finally got a nice structure in which we can go to the town. We have a list, but you know, some people will say, I don't really like it. I would like it to be nicer with a line under it. I don't want a table. And this is really what HTML is all about. There's so many options that we can have. And let's play with it a little bit before we get into it. You know, we have to eventually design this page. And this page, we want it to take information from the database. For example, we would like to see the picture, to put the picture coming from the database. Remember, we put the picture, but we'll do it next time. What I would like to play with today and encourage you to study more HTML. Let's do, instead of a table, let's do something else. Okay, so we'll go here and take the table out. You know what, let's do it two ways. So you have it as a reference, okay? We'll do it as a, and let's see, let's go to the website that I always recommend, excellent website. Okay, let's look at some, let's say maybe, hold a second. I will write here W3 and I will write here tab. You know, tab, it's, here we go, we have a tab. Let's see what a tab means, okay? What does it mean tab? But I use tabs, by the way. See, this is really nice. You can have a menu. See, when I click here, you see it's showing me what's inside. That could be also an option. Is that right?
Yes.
We thought we don't like it. You know, in fact, you can have even a tabs which goes vertical. You can see, or fade. This is really nice. You can see, hold a second. You see it's fading a little bit, has several effects, okay? Or you can have vertical, which we might, I don't know, depending how we want to put the towns. Close the tab, or vertical tabs, here we go. We have vertical tabs. How vertical tabs look, how? See, when I click here, you see the stuff on the right side. You got it? That's pretty cool. Can we do it for the towns? The beautiful part is to be, and that's what the objective of this course is, not to teach you only the basic, that there is tabs and only how to make tabs. After you learn how to make tabs, you want to be able to integrate it with Python, with Django, so it becomes to be part of a bigger project. So let's go and look at this example. Let's see if they have other examples. Yeah, let's go to this one. Here we go. This is nice. So here is the code. I want to do the same things, but instead of saying London, I would like it to say, Entebbe, Kampala, Lira, all and later on we will add today another one. We'll say it's automatically, we'll do the whole things Nice. What happened? I can't hear you guys. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have a code on the left side. And by the way, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy the whole things. I'm going to copy the whole things from the style. I'm starting from style and see how nice it is. And this is a beautiful way to study. I copied the whole things. I'm going to my stuff and see what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy and put it right there. By the way, usually style, you will, after you copy that, okay, try not to put it on in the middle. Take it away and put it up. Here we go. I have a body. I don't need the body. I will delete it. And let's see in the bottom. I don't need it because I already have it. Very good. The script could be in the bottom. This is good. This is okay. I have the script. I can take the style. I usually, when I do the style, I always like to put it on the top. In fact, as you will go along, you will see, you might want to put it on the base and then use it in all the pages for this application. For now, just for simplicity, let's just put it on the top. This is really formatting, by the way, as you know. Style, it has to have all the styles for the tab. You see, this is really when you have a class called tab. We'll see it in a minute. When we have a button inside the tab, it will make it look nice. This is what makes those tabs nice, okay? And then I encourage you, learn it, guys, okay? When a button is active, it will give this color for the background. And it changes it when you hover, when you put the mouse hover, when you put the mouse on the button, it will change to a different color. This is what the objective of the style. I encourage you, go ahead and study as much as you can, okay? I myself don't know everything, but I do follow what I need. So what I did now, it's basically, if you notice here, let's put a BR, few BR here, meaning empty pages, empty rows. Fair enough? And we have here the titles. In fact, we can do also HR. HR means it's a line. So let's look now at how the page looks like. Here we go. Refresh. And here we go. We just copied exactly. You see, I put a line here. This is really, I just copied it from H. From there, everything's working. But that's not what I want. Is that right? I want here to get, like I got Antebe here, Kampala here. That's what I wanted to say here. I don't want it to say London and Paris. I do want all the functionality, but I don't want it will be like that. I would like that this one will say to come from the data. How do we do it? So here we need to be, by the way, I would put this one on the top, so the line will be on the top, so we can see it two ways. How do we do it? So let's look at the code that we copied. If you look at that one, you see all those ones? Everybody see that?
Yes, we can see.
This one really, they're all the same. You just have, it's calling a function called OpenCity, and it's transferring a variable called London. It's transferring the event and a variable called London. We studied in JavaScript functions. So let's see the JavaScript code. Here we go. We do in fact have, okay, we do have in fact inside the script, this is the script, we have a function. And the function's name is OpenCity. Everybody see it?
Yes.
And it takes the event. I usually don't like it this way. I usually like to write the whole word event most of the time. They use the short for event. And we said event, it's a very important thing. We will talk about it many times during the course. For now, I will hold on that. Okay, I just want to get you the total picture. So when I click, the clicking here when I click this code, will do this one. So I'm going to remove it just for, so, and all what I want it to say, it's the name of this town, alert, and the city name. Now just learn the logic. When I click on a button, it's calling this function. See, pay attention, all the buttons, the same things. He gave this one ID, okay? We'll see in a minute why. Did he need to? We'll see in a minute, okay? In fact, you do, because what he did, he clicked. This is, I will talk about it later on. There's a smarter way to do it, okay? There's a nicer way to do it, but this is good too, okay? And I will show you how you can do it in a smarter way. But this is, we'll come back to that. That's why he needed the ID. But let's leave that ID for now. Don't bother, but all of them are the same. Did you notice it?
Yes.
It just said London here, Paris here, Tokyo here. You see that?
Yes.
So first of all, let's see, I deleted the code. The only things I made it say, give me the name. So let's see what it does. Now when I refresh, I will see London. When I click, nothing happens. It's only say London. You see that? I click on that. It doesn't change it to Paris because I removed the code in the code. So JavaScript is the one that putting here the stuff. And we'll do it in a minute. I click Tokyo. It's only said Tokyo. So what I would like to do, stage number one, I'm not really going to ask him to, I'm not going to ask him to change the right side. I just want him to be able to, by the way, what is that? Yeah, he doesn't like me because I deactivated the code in the JavaScript. We'll get back to that. Don't worry about the bottom, okay? It's really just putting the same things, it's just not activating it. We'll get to that. Don't worry about it. We'll fix this one as well. But the stage number one, I wanted to say here, Entebbe, I wanted to say here, Kampala. How do I do it? This is the most important part, and that's why you're taking this course, okay? Instead, by the way, if you notice, you have all those div. You see those ones? Those ones really, if you look at them, they are really the stuff you see in the bottom here. This is what you see here. 1, 2, and this one for London. So this block on the right, this is really those divs that you see here. And later on we'll see how he does it, okay? How does he put it to the right? I'm not gonna worry myself. You know what, I even will do better than that. Let me delete it so we don't get confused. I'll put them back, don't worry about it. So if I refresh now, hey, the whole tab is gone. The right side will not be there. Okay, no problem. I will deal with the right side, but for now, I just want to focus that I have Kampala and Entebbe. When I know how to do that, then I will add the other stuff. This is a good way to study. So let's see how I do it. I look at the code and I say, well, as I did with the table above, I'm going to use a loop. So I'm going to copy the loop and I'm going to put it right here. Because it's going to be inside the tab, class tab. I'm going to put it right there. And inside, for every town, I'm not going to put this one. I might copy it later on. I want to make a loop. And I want to make a loop like this one. Fair enough? But what will happen now? I'm deleting the whole things. Let's think. Anybody want to guess what's going to happen now? So I put inside the tab, I put town going to run twice because I have 2 rows in the table. Anybody wants to guess? Anyone wants to guess what
We
I'm
have a
going to say?
repetition.
Say again?
We are going to have a repetition.
What am I going to see here? Will I see Kampala? Will I see Entebbe? Definitely not. Let me explain what really we're doing. Because the way I didn't fix it yet, really it's going to run twice, and twice is going to write the same thing twice. I'm not using the town. So it's just going to make the same things and will say London twice. That's really what he's going to do, and that's what he's supposed. Let's run it. Let's refresh. Okay, London twice, you see? Logical. So now we want to be smarter. What do we want to do, Daniel? We would like it, instead of saying London here, what do we want it to say?
Entebbe.
Exactly, and how do I do it? Town, see, I'm running twice. Go to the town and take from there what? We already have done it, you see, you know me. I'm the laziest person. So I'm going to copy it right from here. Is that right?
Yes.
So now we will put, it will make the first one, it will put Entebbe. Go to the second one, it will put Kampala. So let's see if that's what it does. That's the beautiful. You're using Jinja language in the template, and inside we have a JavaScript on the client side. That's very advanced, by the way. This is advanced course, as I told you. Okay, let's go and see it. Let's refresh. Oh, nice. Entebbe. But if I click, oh, it's just telling me London all the time. I click again. London. I don't want it to say London. And how do I fix it? Now you should know it. We fixed here. When I click, it's calling this function. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
And he's transferring something. And that something, when I click, that's what it shows me here. By the way, I'm going to remove this one for now. So, by the way, this is commenting. When you put 2/, it's coming. It's not going to work now. So anyway, so I don't want it to say London. What do I want it to say? Exactly what I have here, isn't it?
Yes.
So now I will be very smart. I'm building up the HTML inside Jinja, inside the template. When it gets to the customer, he will say here, when you will click, you will transfer that to here. So let's see if that's true. Okay, let's click on Entebbe. Hey, it says Entebbe. Pretty cool. Let's click on that one. Say Kampala. That's the way we want it. Now, and especially in the beginning when you're studying, okay? Look at the code. Let's do right click. Let's see what he did. Inspect. And you will see what he write. See, he did really nice. You see, he made the button twice, as we expected, and he really put the name Entebbe and Kampala as the text. And inside, when he did on click open, he put event and he put Entebbe. He put Kampala inside. That's the way why it works nicely. That's a nice level. Got it? Daniel? Jimmy?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
This is nice. So, okay. But see, now remember I deleted a lot of the code. You know, I don't want to see just Entebbe. I want here on the right side, I would like it to say something on Entebbe. So let's see. Let's copy the code back. Okay. This one we done. The left side we done. Now we have to go back to what we deleted. Remember what we deleted? Remember what we deleted? Go back. Let's go back to here. Here, I deleted the whole things here. Okay. We deleted, if you recall, we deleted first of all, those 3 div. Remember?
Yeah, yes.
Let's put them back. Hey, but I want to be smart. You know, I want to be smart. How do I become to be smart? I will do them inside the loop. So for each one, I will make a button and I will make a tab. Hey, so I don't really need to do a three of them. Look at them very well. This is inside the div. This is a London, okay? This has the same class is really the design of it. This one, it says London. This one, it says Paris, the ID, and this one says Tokyo. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to delete. I'll delete it in a second, but I'm going to change. Wherever it says London, I'm going to put the town. Same things I did here. So instead of London, it will say Entebbe or Kampala or whatever. The class will be the same. On the top, I want him to say also Kampala. Fair enough? See how nice it is. And here, I also want him to say the name. Hey, now I can delete all those three. I don't need them. It will make those three. Fair enough? Hey, we have a problem. What's the problem, Brenda? It's inside the main tab. So, okay, no problem. And you know Amos is lazy. Is that right, Brenda?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm very lazy. So now that I know how to do it, I'll keep this loop and make another loop. What the problem? Make another loop here. Okay? And that loop, I don't really need the first one. I just need this one. That will make three of them. Is that right?
That's right.
Exactly as it was in the example I copied from those guys. Let's see if it works. Refresh. Okay. Oh, nice. You see Entebbe. Let's click Kampala. It says Kampala. Ah, I didn't change the code inside. Hold a second. But it did put Kampala here and Entebbe here. Did you notice?
Yes, I noticed.
But the click is not working. The only thing is the click is not working because I didn't bring back the code that I deleted. So let's bring back and then we study it. Let's go into the code in the JavaScript. See that? This is the function. So I'm going to copy that one again and I will bring it back later on. In fact, let me even, no, I don't want the ID. We'll do it better. Well, the last one we'll do better in a second. Take that one, put it back. And then we start it. I don't want it to say the name. I just want him to do whatever. And then we talk about what it is. But first of all, let's see if it works. Refresh. Kampala. Hey, nice. It put Kampala. Did you notice?
Yes.
I put Entebbe, Kampala, Entebbe. It works. The only first one doesn't work. Let's refresh again. Look at the mess in the beginning. Hey, why? Because in the beginning, you have to really click. This one, I deactivated it. But it would give me an error now. If I would do it this way, who wants to tell me why it's an error? Anybody? What should I put here so I will not get an error? That's always the smartest one. Anybody? See, if I go here, it will give me an error. Let's refresh. It really did an error because it didn't really finish. Okay? It really did get an error, but the error had no effect. But see, what I really should have put inside is what it says, let's say Entebbe. Let's put Kampala. So Kampala would be the first one. Let's say I take Kampala. Okay? Let's go here. And here, instead of default open, I'll put Kampala. And then we'll understand the code. Refresh. Hey, no, I got an error. Why I get an error? I shouldn't get an error. Let's see the ID here. ID, no, it still have open, yeah, my mistake. Didn't I fix it in here? Hold a second. I forgot one place in here. What ID? Anybody see ID? That's fine. That's fine. Anybody see why I missed the ID?
There's an ID there that is next.
Here. That's my mistake. I forgot to change this one. Yep, here we go. We don't want this ID. We want to put, it will give me the name of the town. Is that right?
Yes.
That will be the ID. Now it will work fine. Okay, say click Kampala. But in Kampala, I have nothing. How come? Entebbe, Kampala, Entebbe, Kampala. Why don't I get anything here? It does work fine when I refresh. It does go to Kampala, but I don't get anything here. Anybody wants to guess? What do you think? So let's look at the code. This one makes everything not showing. Then it goes to this one. Then it goes to this one. Class active.
Where the city name is.
Say again?
Town. Give me the town.
Here we go. Let's go step by step. Let's do alert. And we should really get the city name. Is that right?
The city name, yeah. We should get to.
When we click, it should give me the city name. So let's see if it does the first things first. Oh, I see, give me Kampala. Why did it give me Kampala? Because I wrote this line of code. This one goes to document, get element by ID. It's a function you should know by heart. Get element by ID, it's really getting this button, the ID here. Oh, I know why. I know very well why. Okay, we'll see in a minute. In fact, it should be fine because I have the table. It's the same name. Hold a second, it probably had, bear with me a second. Let's go back to this. Let's see the ID. Here it says Tokyo, Paris. Here it has London, Tokyo, Paris. So it's using the same ID, but it doesn't put ID here. Okay, so we're gonna do a trick, okay? So we won't get that error.
Okay.
Because you can't really have the same ID twice, okay? We're getting here the IDs in the buttons. So what we will do, the ID will be, we'll put a B, okay? Just in front of it, so it will be a different name. And now we'll be smart enough, and here we'll put a B. So the first one will be with a B. Now it should work. And then I will go over there, don't worry about it. Kampala, good. Hey, it works. See that?
Yes.
Okay, what was the error? Error number one we did, without noticing, we put the ID, we want to go over the code, don't worry about it. We do want to go over the code. We will. Stage number one, we have a tab. And this one giving me the buttons. And who does it to be a nice things on the left? I didn't even bother myself to see how it does it, okay? This is really CSS that I copy from those guys. This is really the code in the style. You see a tab, a button, it tells me padding, black, width, a point, transition, all of those really, the size, all of that, it really is a styling. So I didn't even bother with dealing with it, okay? I didn't even bother. Width, it's a tab content, it's 70%. All of that, what does it mean? We will see later on. And you can study a lot of that by yourself. I will go over that in a second. Look at the first part. we have 3 buttons. We replaced that with 1, but we made the name to change. It goes to the same, but we made the name to change, and we made the function to put a different name. For Entebbe, Kampala, we have only 2, so that's what it did. But we did also one more thing. We gave everyone to have an ID, which is the best way to do. I don't like the way they did it. They didn't give an ID to Paris. They didn't give ID to Tokyo. But what I did here, I gave it the same. It takes the name of the city, but since this is the button, I put just a little b. So the ID will be a b and the name of the town. Let's look at that here. Let's go over here. We do right click, inspect, and see how we did it. Okay, look at how did they put the ID for the button? This is the button. Okay, button, you see the same thing. This one is active because we activated Kampala. But look at that, the same function. Here we put Entebbe, here we put Kampala. And the ID is B Entebbe. ID for Kampala is B Kampala. Why did I need to do that? Because later on, I had the div. This is the different, this is the stuff on the right side. So in order to make sure I don't have the same ID here is related to the div itself. So I made sure it will say only Entebbe and not the B Entebbe. B Entebbe refer to the button and Entebbe refer to the block here inside. Fair enough?
Yes.
That's very important. So that's the first things we did. So that's why we put the little b here for this thing. Here we have just a title. We took the title from the database. We put the name of the city is the capital city of, hey.
Of Uganda.
Oh, but no, we can't really say is my favorite city. Okay?
Okay.
I can't really say it's a capital because there is only one. Is that right?
That's right.
You can play with it. We'll play with it in a second. Okay? We can play with it, by the way. How can we play with it? Anybody? Let's play with it. Okay? And here you're using Jinja. This is the Jinja language. It also has an if command. And here I can write if, and what will you have? Town name
Town name.
equal is that right? And how do we write it? Kampala. Is that right? Then I want it to say is
My favorite city.
the capital or city of Uganda. Otherwise, else, pay attention, this is Jinja. Very similar to JavaScript, just the syntax is different. And don't forget, this is running on the server before it gets to the user. And if. Fair enough? Let's see if it works. That would be really nice. You see, I copied an example from totally W3, copied their stuff, modified it to be exactly the way I want to implement it in my website. So let's run it. Nice. Kampala is the capital city of Uganda. That's correct. What about Entebbe? That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Anybody?
Yes, we are.
How about we add one more city? How can we add more city? And then we go over the code. Don't worry about it. How about we add one more city? How do we do it? We know how to do it. Where do we need to go? Anybody?
We need to go to the admin.
Exactly.
Pardon?
Very nice. We go to the admin. And now in the admin, where do I go in the admin?
Uganda town.
Exactly. We go to the Uganda town. And we go to the towns. And we want to add another town. Let's add Lira. Hey, you should know who is the town clerks there, don't you?
David.
It's David. I forgot his last name. That's right here, Lira. Okay? Let's put an image. Let's look for an image from Lira. Lira, Uganda. Fair enough? And that's for images. Cool. So which one do you guys like? The guy with the watermelon? What is it?
That
Or
is
we put him in
Uganda.
this one and tell him it's about time we change this city to something better.
Yes.
What do you think? I'll put this one.
Yeah. That is.
Save image as. Put it in my downloads. Yes, we call it Lira. Dot JPEG. Bingo. Good. Now let's go back to our stuff. Where is it? Here we go. Let's click here. And we go to downloads. And we should see really the last one. Why it doesn't like me? I don't see, it's on the, yeah, here it is. So we're putting Lira. And the order, do we want to put it to be the first one or second one? Let's put it the third one. We have two. It would be the third. Save. Now we have three. Now let's go back to our website. Now when I refresh, everything works perfectly. Is that right? Entebbe, Kampala, Lira. Is that right?
That's right.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yes.
But really it would be nicer if I want Kampala, which is the, let's say if it is the most important city, I might want to put it the top one. See, when I refresh, it's the second one. How do we did it? How did we do it that we can change? We can go to Kampala, change the order to be number one. And then we go to Entebbe and change it to be number two. So it will order them according to those numbers. Remember, how do I know that? Because if you go to the model, we said to him, order them by order, the column order. This is what does the work. He ordered them by this column. So if I go back to here, refresh, who's going to be the first? Kampala. Then Entebbe and Lira. That's pretty cool. Did you like it, Mildred?
Yes,
What did you like?
I like the way, like when you click on Kampala, it's done.
Nice. How about we put a picture now here?
Yes,
How about we put the picture here? What do you think? Do we know how to make pictures?
Yes.
We do, didn't we do it in one of the programs? Didn't we do pictures?
We did.
And we can copy from ourselves, can't we?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, let's see. Which one did we do it? Can you tell me, help me? Is the game store, which one we did? To do, main, which one?
It was in May. The main application.
The main, let's go to the main.
Yes.
Did we put here team members? No, I don't have, no, not this one. Why did we put team members? Was it the billings? Let's see.
Because I remember mine.
Why did we put team members? Do you remember? How about game store? Anybody remember?
We remember it was in the main. Remember we did it in the main application.
Which one we met team members? I remember we did it.
It was in the main.
In the main?
Yeah.
Yeah, I look at here, I don't see the table. Hold a second. Let's see in here. Let's see where do we have team members. Anybody see team members? Yeah, team members into to-do. We made it in the to-do application. So let's go to the to-do. Where is to-do? Here we go. Let's go to we know it's in here. We made teams. We have an image, you see? We have the image. So we know we showed the image. So let's go and look at the templates. Which one was it? I think it's in the index, if I recall.
Index.
Is that right?
Yes.
And what is the image? Oh, here we go. Don't you see that?
Mm.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
So let's copy it. Let's copy it. We do similar things. So let's go to our index. And we want to put it inside the templates right down here. And put a BR, a new row. And right under that, we want to put the picture. So the first things, don't forget we have to copy this one. In a minute we get to that. But we don't want that one. We want town. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Town. See how nice to copy for somebody? This is it. Should work. But we'll get an error because we didn't copy this link. So we have to go, yeah, we do have it, thumbnail. I already put it there. So it should work, let's see. What do you think, it will work or not, Mildred? Hey, Mildred, it's working. Antebe, Lira. How nice it is when it's so easy, isn't it? Hey, Brenda is smiling. She just holding it up, not to smile, I know. What do you think? How easy it is when you already accumulated. See what happened. We accumulated knowledge. And you copy from yourself. I don't remember it by heart. I can't remember so much. But I know I did it. So I go to places I did it. I just copy and it works. That's really cool, isn't it?
It is.
Did you like it?
Very.
Michael, did you like it? Or Michael is doing his exam, I think. Jimmy, did you like it?
Yes.
Okay, good. So how do we make the picture bigger?
We increase that.
So you play with it.
You
It says here
increase
200 by
width.
100. Is that right?
Yes.
How about we make this a 600?
Very big, very big.
And this one 300.
For-
Let's see what
for-
happens. What can happen? Refresh. Hey, bigger picture. Nice. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Eh? Those one are small pictures. I don't know why. It's only whatever. You play with it until you get it the right way. Okay? Now, if I give you an exercise, anybody can tell me, how do I put here the name of the town clerk? Anybody? How do we put the name of the town clerk right here? Anybody?
We make a key head.
Who want to try? Daniel. Here we go. Which section will you go? Say again, Daniel. Can't hear you. Should I do it here? Here? No, very good. So I want it to be right under the Lira is my favorite city. Right under that. So probably right here, isn't it? We'll put a space here, a new line, BR. And what do I need to do now? Just copy for myself. I'll take this one, put it right here. And then I don't want all that. Is that right?
Yes.
I just want the full name. How did we call that guy? Here we go, town clerk full name. Copy it. See, I always copy. Hey, you can do it all the time, even in the exam. Control V. Is that right? And that should do it. Hey, Kampala. Hey, what happened? Clerk, yeah, we didn't put any there. In Entebbe, we put Charles. Is that right?
Yes.
And in Lira, we put David. Ah, pretty cool. But we have too many lines here. We can shrink it. Okay? So we probably don't need this one because we have the P. The P is adding automatically one. So take that one away, that one away. And here we go, let's refresh. That's pretty cool. Here we go. This is already functioning website, isn't it? Can we copy it to Academy City? Yeah, definitely. So we can take the whole code and copy it inside the Academy City, make a table, run it, fill the data in the database, and bingo, we have a nice something to show. And as you add another city, you add a picture and that's it. But we can be even more sophisticated than that, don't we? What do you think? Can we be more sophisticated or no? One thing we didn't cover yet, we'll cover next session, is how do we will go over the code in JavaScript. So for homework, try to figure it out yourself, but I will go over it next time. Questions, guys? Anybody? Questions? Okay, we're going to stop here. I forgot we have a holiday today, and we have to conclude the session. We don't have the exam. So Jimmy now can breathe. My God, I don't have exam. We'll do the exam on Sunday, okay? Right after the session on Sunday. We have a holiday for the trees today. We have a holiday, a weird holiday for the trees. So I have to eat a lot of food and a lot of beautiful stuff. So we'll have to say goodbye. And please, I recorded it, so I'm going to upload it and watch the video again. Okay? Make sure everybody catch up. Jerome and Jeremiah, it's on recording. I'm recording myself. Has to catch up on Sunday. Otherwise, they would be out. And it's too bad it would be for them. Okay? Have a good one, guys.
Okay. All right.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, should we join?